For 13 years we have been working together with Ayse Gul Altinay in different occasions, and when this possibility came up that we could apply for this CEU-Sabanci Joint Academic Initiative project, we definitely grasped the opportunity and we put together this project which has got several steps. So the first step is a teaching project. We developed a course together, so a syllabus together, and then each of us traveled to the other place to teach a class. And the next step is the conference. We had a big senior researcher conference in Istanbul in May, and now here at the CEU in Budapest we are having now a junior researcher conference. One of the important aspects of this project is that we could bring together the researchers of different generations, and it's so nice to see these young enthusiastic academics presenting their first academic papers on this conference, and to see how they seriously chatting about the state of art in that very difficult area, because researching gender, genocide and war is very demanding, both psychologically and academically, and that's why this whole project is important, because it created a network of scholars who are otherwise working isolated in sometimes among very difficult circumstances. Since this conference is situated and organized in Budapest, it was very important to attract experts from Hungary and also invite as many Hungarian students as possible who are doing this type of research in a not necessarily friendly environment.
When we first began, we thought that there could be a reasonable interest in our courses, and that we will have 2 small workshops, because we're looking into this very specific intersection of 3 fields: gender studies, memory studies, and war, militarism, political violence studies. We were overwhelmed by the interest, and we'll be working on a book that will come out of the first conference. And with Andrea, we will be doing a special section, a special issue of the European Journal of Women's Studies on Gender and Genocide in 2015. That will be an exciting continuation of this collaboration, because we are already started thinking about the last century, 20th century, as a century of genocides. And we are already, with other people joining in this conversation, looking into comparing, developing a comparative perspective of genocides, from Armenian genocide to the Holocaust, to Rwanda, to Bosnia, to all kinds of other contexts where the experience of genocide has really shaped men's and women's experiences of their lives. It has shaped our understanding of ourselves, of politics, and has really had a fundamental impact.
I had a field work in the Russian Federation in Bashkortostan, and I studied memory of war heroes, especially exhibitions of memory of war heroes in school museums. I started my studies at the Central European University at the Department of History, but I took a course from the Department of Gender Studies, Gendered Memory of War and Political Violence by Professor Andrea Peto, and already at the very beginning of the course, at the semester, I realized that I ignored, I overlooked during my fieldwork this absence of women.
I was taking the course of Ayse Gul Altinay, which was called Gendered Memories of War and Political Violence. Andrea Peto is giving this course here at CEU, and it's a joint course of Sabanci and CEU. And while taking this course, I heard about the conference and all these big names. And I said, if there is anything I can help, I will be glad to do so. And that's how I became a part of this conference first, and then now we are preparing the book of the conference, and now I'm involved to this also. And now I'm here to present my paper.
My paper is about the space that transitional justice mechanisms provide for healing in post-conflict societies, but my paper addresses the problems that the Rwandan nationalized transitional justice mechanism that they created doesn't actually provide that space, namely for women who suffered from episodes of genocidal rape during the 1994 genocide.
There are a lot of different analyses that you can make. Not very much has been done on gender in the reader, and the only work that has been done is on masculinity. I'm more interested in Hannah Schmitz as the perpetrator, and she's very much representative of Germany. She's a symbol of Germany, and so what is then achieved by gendering her as a woman? How would that be different if she were not a woman?
I really feel that this is a great opportunity for me, as a student, as a researcher, that we have this kind of conference, that we have those kinds of talk. Sometimes in our countries, it's really hard to talk about it. So I see also the importance of these conferences, not only the literature or the printed literature, but also the oral literature, also the presentations and the talks and the informal talks that we do here in the halls. I'm really thankful for being here.